When the Church of England commissioned the study on Queen Anne's bounty and determined that they would give reparations of £100 million, it is a step in the right direction. But as I said at the London School of Economics in a lecture that I did on the 6th of December last year, it ignored the agency of us. And they never stopped to ask us or to have a conversation with us as to what is appropriate. That is unacceptable. And I believe that if we are to be true to the notion of being faithful to reparations, then it must be what King Charles called for in his last speech at the opening of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. And what was that sentence? That reparations was a conversation whose time had come. He was not yet King Charles, he was Prince Charles. I remind us of these comments because the conversation gives us the dignity of agency, which has been deprived of us by the actions of the Church of England. I go further. I said to you that there are a few things that are required, agency being one. The genuine approach to reparations as compensation for the development deficit, more than even the punitive aspect as some would have it. The numbers have been looked at and studied by many persons, and the figures suggest a minimum of $5 trillion, 4.9 to be precise, is what it would be if we were to be similarly compensated across the board today. It is interesting that the government of the United Kingdom only finished paying the loan for that compensation in this century. I say so because the action taken was taken in the 19th century and the loan was completed in the 21st century. Now I give you context of that because when all is said and done, the notion that what we want in terms of reparations is capable of bankrupting countries is a nonsense when we recognize that the funding can be anchored over a period of time, and even the financing of that funding can equally be anchored over a period of time, such that we do not rob of this generation of persons living in those countries who we ask and call to assist in the compensation through reparations, that we don't deprive them of a future, but that we create a platform for a win-win for those of us who have literally been underdeveloped through the extraction of wealth over centuries, but at the same time recognizing that two wrongs do not make a right, and that therefore you can find ways of having a structured conversation that provides that win-win platform. And the evidence of it is within their very bosom. I trust and pray that as we go forward, that we will hold solidarity with each other.